Today is Lag BaOmer, so it's the perfect day to give a Hiddush of mine concerning the 12,000 pairs of disciples of Rabbi Akiva who died during the time of the Omer up until the 33rd day, when miraculously the plague that was killing them ended, death ended. These disciples died because of, they say, no respect, or they didn't treat each other well, or envy. But it was during this period that they died. Let me give you the Hiddush right away. They talk about 12,000 pairs of disciples, as opposed to 24,000, which would be the units. This 12 and 24 is also echoed in the permutations of the divine name, of the Yud, He, Vav, He, where they have two He's in that name. So we have 12 permutations when we don't consider the two He's. If we considered the two He's, there really should be 24 permutations of the divine name. So basically there are 12 pairs of names, each one kind of twice, irrespective of the position of the He. So this is the first idea of the 12 and the 24. Now something I've discovered is that in the Oseo world, where we have the 52 numbered name of God, which is Yud, He, Vav, He, spelled out as Yud, Yud, Vav, Dalet, He as He, He, Vav as Vav, Vav, and He as He, He. This is the 52 name. 20, 10, 12, 10. Now, that's a double name. In other words, the din, the malui of it, the din, is equal to the Kedusha. So in the word Yud, you have Yud, and then Vav Dalet, which is another 10. In the He, you have He, which is 5, and then the spelling out He is another 5. In the Vav, you have Vav, 6, and then another Vav, 6. And in the He, final He, you have He again, and it's spelling out another He. So that's the methodology of the 52 name. That name is the name of the Oseo world. That's our lowest world here of Malkus. It's the physical world. And in the inverted seal, it's also the manifestation of the Yehida aspect of the soul. Usually thought to be the nefesh of the soul in the inverted seal, this is the final Yehida of the soul, the highest aspects, which are shown through Rabbi Akiva and Shimon ben Yochai, the other figure for Lag BaOmer. Because in Lag BaOmer, we're really talking about the soul. So let me show you how this 24,000 comes about. If you multiply 20 times 10, you get 200. If you multiply that 200 times 12, you get 2,400. If you multiply that 2,400 times 10, the final hay, you get 24,000. That's the 24,000. Now, that 24,000 has to be in pairs. That 24,000, because remember the 52 name of God is really 26 names of God together. There's 26 in the Kedusha and 26 in the Din. So the 52 name is really two mirror images of the 26th name. That multiplied out is 24,000. So if we split that in two, there has to be 12,000 pairs of Kedusha and Din. In this Osea world, there's a meshing, a merging of Kedusha and Din. When it's not, it's 24,000. When it's paired, it's 12,000. The disciples weren't paired. Well, there were pairs of disciples where there was anger, so there was no pairing. So they were actually at 24,000. But the real pairs of disciples were 12,000, or should have been 12,000. So this is where the 12,000 pairs and the 24,000 disciples come from. This multiplication of the 52 name into itself. Miraculously, when this was discovered on the 33rd day of the Omer, the plague of death stopped. And now I continue with some of the other factors of Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day, which is from the top down, the Hod Shebahod, shows the 5 Govoros, and the 5th day of that 5th Govoros, because after that it stops. It's really 5 times 5 with an added 2 on each. It's really 25, because there are 5 parts of the soul, each with 5 parts. So there are really 25 parts of this din. That 25th day could also be Netzach Shebenetzach from the top, or from the bottom Netzach Shebenetzach. Another thing of the Lag BaOmer is, if you count from the bottom, the 33rd day is Teferet Shabbat Teferet, with the returning light, so to speak. It's Teferet Shabbat Teferet. That's why there are bonfires, an amazing light that is going off. It's Teferet Shabbat Teferet from the bottom. Hod Shabbat from the top of these midot. The other ways to count it too. Another thing about this is that I also spell Malkus on this day with a final mem to start it off as. So if I started off with a final mem, that's 600. The Lamed Kaf is 50. The Vav 56, and the final letter, the Tav, is 400. That's 1056 plus the 5 letters. That's 1061. That's an Aleph and a Samach as. Aleph itself 1000. Samach with the and the Aleph 61. So the Aleph Samach or the Samach Aleph is shown in Malkus as a union, especially on this day. So this is a day of a Hilula. They call it a Yortzeit, but a Hilula is a death. It's a death, it's a marriage of the righteous. Shimon ben Yochai, his marriage day, when his soul returns to God. This is a day of soul, of the 5 aspects of the soul, because when Rabbi Akiva's disciples all died, only 5 were left. Each one of these an aspect of the soul. Whenever 5 is talked about, it's the aspect of the soul. So there were 5 aspects of the soul that were left after the untimely death of Rabbi Akiva's students in the multiplication of Malkuths and the understanding that there was no unity there. There must be a unity of above and below in Malkuths, of the 2 divine names, because there are always 2, and each one is above and each one is below. And as I stated, the multiplication of the Yud as 20, the Hey as 10, the Vav as 12, the Hey as 10, comes to be 24,000, which are the 12,000 pairs, each one of these aspects of Din and Kedusha. And so there are many other things of Lag BaOmer. It's a window of opportunity. It's a window to see the pure essence, the Yehida aspect of the soul, as 33, as 17. 33 in normative numerology is a master number. And so, as we celebrate a marriage of the soul as it leaves the body, the true essence of the man, his Yahida aspect, as can only be manifested in the Oseo world of the 52 name of Hashem, 52 name spelling of Yud K Vav K. These are deep essences that are revealed a haircut day, a marriage day, a window of opportunity, how the pain ends, how the preparation, there's always a window of opportunity, how a death is a marriage. So this is my few minutes of Lag BaOmer.